Hello, crafty friends. Welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Jour, on my mind, journaling, and more. And today I am back in my December signature. It is December 30th, and I was working in here last night and got up to the 11th. And so I'm going to today try to get as much done as possible because tomorrow I want to focus on 2026. So I hope everybody had a great Christmas. We stayed pretty busy. So, of course, this time of year, it's hard to get into the craft room. Today has really been the only day that I can really focus on this type of thing. Just been a lot going on. Um, in fact, my granddaughter is off at a school function. So just it's been really, really busy. So I have one puppy under my feet and the house to myself, and puppy's taking a nap. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm just going to dive right in and follow along. If you want to skip ahead, hopefully the next video I record will be revealing my 2026 plan. So on the 11th, let's see. Oh, I took my granddaughter to a Pizza Inn lunch. This is the day I finished November. So let's see how that looks underneath that. Looks all right. My daughter bought her band costume. She is the music director for middle school students, so she dressed up as an elf. She does all kinds of crazy things with them, so I think it's very cute. She sent me this picture ahead of time. My husband picked up the fruit orders, fundraiser fruit orders, so that I could get them delivered. Let's see if I want to cut any of this part out. I thought I had the entire brochure. Let me see. Maybe I have it stashed back behind something. Oh, maybe it's right here. Nope, it's not. I've got things I have to put away for my granddaughter's scrapbook, and let's just see. It's on another day. Let's see. It's right here. This is when I actually delivered the fruit. So this is on the 16th. I might have to raise my phone up just a little because it's going to bump. Yep, there we go. That's better. So the 16th is here. I'm just looking to see. Oh, I got my COVID shot, COVID booster. Oh, we got our couch today too. Yay. This day, the 16th. All right. So I may use the actual brochure on the 11th. It was a good pack. In fact, I could use the front. It's really pretty. Yeah, let me rip this apart and just see what part I want to use. I know I don't want people's names, so I'm going to put that aside. Almost wonder, that would look so cute as like a tip-in. Why not? You know, that's when honestly, when I get behind like this, I tend to go with my first thought, and that's probably more creative. I'm going to use my paper trimmer that's off to my left. Woo, I cut that close. Just to see. Now I want the fundraiser in the center. So I think I need to trim off here and there. Let's see how that looks. So I don't know if that makes me more free with what I'm doing in my journal or what, but that is the tendency for me, just to go with what my first thought is when I get behind like this. So I think that will do it. I wanted the fundraiser, so let's trim it down about right here. I've added already so many pages to this signature. I'm worried about getting the rest of the signatures sewn in. So remember, I've got the corset binding that I may have to alter. And 1, 2, 3, November, August, September, from August on, I have to sew in. So I have this. I think I want to trim this up here at the very top so that it's rounded off. There we go. And now I've got a tip in that I have to do something with the back on. So this is the fruit sampler that I got, and it was delicious. We still have a couple of oranges left. They're getting to the end of their lifespan. So it was nice of my husband to pick up this fruit for me. I have this. And this picture. And so the 16th, I want to put back together because I took out the fruit sampler. And I'll stick it back in my box. So what else went on the 11th? I bought some new pants. We went to Pizza Inn. What day of the week is that? Thursday. No, I went to Pizza Inn at lunchtime. I just got their salad bar. You can go in and pick up a salad bar, and that's what I did. It was just making it easier since it's been harder to pack a lunch. So I am going to use some Mod Podge maybe. Let's just rip this like it was. Okay. And down here. All right. Yep, I'm just going to Mod Podge that down, which means, where is my Mod Podge? Here it is. I still have some. This is a little bottle from the dollar store. It actually fits. I have a carousel off to my right with all kinds of, oh, too much. All kinds of glues. Let's see. Let's start down here. At least get it down. And then I can come up, I'll know where to stop, I think. Get that picture out of the way. Only thing with this is now I kind of have to wait for it to dry. Let's see where I am. A little bit there. And a little bit up here. I don't know what it will do to that cover page. All right, I'm gonna have to move this picture. Okay. A little bit more. This should dry clear. This is an awfully thin napkin, so I better just leave well enough alone. But I do want to get it off of this paper because I don't know what that will do. And okay. All right, I'm going to set this aside. And well, I guess I'm going to have to use my heat gun. So I'm going to pause this video so you don't have to hear this, and I'll be right back. Let's see how that does. I don't know, this might need a little bit more, but I didn't know how long I could pause the video. And I really don't want to have to stitch them together. It's a little tacky right up here. So I'm going to put you on pause one more time, and this should do it. All right. Still a little bit tacky, but it wasn't really doing anything, so I wonder if it's getting too hot and melting. So I'm going to give it a second. It is awfully hot. But I don't think it's going to stick to this. Okay, good. So that just peeks through just a tiny little bit. Now, I have this I want to tip in. But before I do that, I think I do want to cover this. And then I can do all my journaling here. Oh, I got a haircut today, this day too. All right. Let's see. And I stopped and got some coffee. I actually like the way that pokes through. And this will be tipped in on this side. I don't really need a pocket. And I want to write about my daughter. So I'm going to put this on here just to indicate that I did get a haircut. Down here at the bottom. And then I do want my daughter's picture up here. But I want to back this with something. And take a sip of my coffee. Let's see. Get my heat gun out of the way. I tend to work in the tiniest of spaces. I have a huge craft desk, but let's see how that looks. Maybe. I think I still would want something around it. That's kind of actually like that. Make that into a tiny little pocket. You know what? Go with what I first think about. So I am going to trim this up. I'm going to try to leave the tiniest sliver of white around. When I print these with a border, and then tend to cut that border right off. There. I think it will fit a little better. And do I need that a pocket? I can't use the back of it, so it does have to get glued down. So I like it. I'm going to just go for it. My daughter's elf costume. Now, this went about right here. And then I am going to make this a pocket and then probably tuck something in there. I still have not filled this. I will have to do that before I start in 2026. Now, the pocket is on these three sides. Oh, look at that, the snowflakes. Oh well, I like the other side better. Here, here, and here for the glue. Right. I'm going to trim that top edge a little. Can't pick up that trash. I have a trash can right down by my feet. So now that's a pocket. Let me just trim this up a tiny little bit. Okay. And, it stuck to my fingers. What do I have paper clipped to the other side? Okay. Friday, Saturday, I might have been wanting to put something there. Okay. So, I'm going to find a red marker, I think I have a red one. Here we go. Just make sure this works. Yeah. And let's see. Band director. Band director. Elf. I guess that's all I need to put there. If I think of anything else, I will put it down here. You know what? I am going to put her school. See, just the initials. S. And I'll put the year. Even though I know it's the year, it just fills up some space. Like that. Cute. I love it. Now, Wonder if this will hold it. I think I'm going to use, yeah, I will use this because it's a little bit thicker. Come on. There we go. So in 2026, I will not have the space constraint. I think my concerns are going to be how to fill up the extra space. So I've kind of gotten, after 12 months, gotten used to working in this very small space. It is, grab a ruler. For anybody that wants to do this, it's like a little bit over 5 inches wide. I think it's a little less than A5 and almost 7.5. I threw away my template. The only thing I have left is the spine template for sewing in the signatures. Okay, so now I have this pocket. Let's see how that looks. I can even write on the top of this, but I think that's just going to be a decoration. Let's see. What is going to fit in there? Jolly. A jolly elf. Oh, that's a good fit. Let me just quickly flip through this and see if there's anything that strikes me. These are all the same size. It'd be cute if there was an elf. Peppermint wishes. Okay. Now these were made by my granddaughter's classmates as a fundraiser. Those would fit. And I could put some, it's a little bit thicker. I think I'm going to go with one of those. The rest are green. So this is red here with a cute little penguin. Or do I want to use green? That one just says Mary. We're going to go with this, Holly Jolly. See, her and her classmates did this as a fundraiser to help with their field trips. There we go. Now, that's going to be poking out, and I need some sort of trim on that. I have a ton, but these were left over from last year. Doesn't really go. Doesn't really matter what trim I use. I'm sorry if I knocked you. Let's see what I got here. Red and green. I haven't even opened that. Would be cute. Here's some Christmas trees that are not even open. Let's open both of these. These are just, yeah, these are from the Dollar Tree. I think so. Or Dollar General, maybe. I'm not sure. Huh. Oh, I can't get it open. That plastic does not want to come free. See if I can get it. There we go. All right, so I have this one. It's kind of cute. And then this one. I could use both, I guess. I think I'm going to use this one. this tree back. It's pretty. Okay. Now, do I want to put this through? Or just do a... I'm going to put it through. Come on. I may then come back and staple it so I don't have to tie the bow. Yeah. Okay, let me get my stapler. Come on, I want you to stay a certain way. Okay. This was an investment in 2025. This Tim Holtz tiny attacher, and I love it. I truly do love it. And then actually, how do you do this? Let me just take this up. You do. I want it to be like a there and there. Cute. Okay. You can see the staples there. I wonder, I had some tiny white bows, but I think I've used them all. They were just right over here. Well, that fell in my coffee. Could make a tiny little bow, but let me get this that fell in the coffee and get that out of the way and make a tiny bow. There we go. I'm not a good bow maker, but it's okay. It doesn't need to be big. I'm going to cut a little more off, and then let's see how that looks. Yeah, it covers up that staple. I am going to use, right off the bat, I'll use this Fabric Fix. Just a tiny little bit on the back of this bow. Pop that down. Hold it just a little bit. That should keep it from falling off. And I'm going to trim them a little bit. There and there. Very cute. Love that. Now, I probably don't even really need this, but when was the other day? The 16th is when I delivered it. Let's see if this tip in will look better there. That was my granddaughter's concert, so I might need a tip in there. Okay. I'm going to abandon the tip in on the 11th. Whoops. I'll have a little bit of space here to journal, band director, haircut, pizza in for lunch. I'll do the journaling in a little bit. I'm going to get rid of these, but I did also go to Cato. Oh, there it is. 2 pair pants. Pizza in. I don't need these receipts now. Okay. So I can do the journaling right on that tag. Love that. Okay. Let's see. Watch the time here. And I think we've got some time to do 1, maybe 2 more pages. To the 12th. I have everything kind of paper clipped off to my side in this box. This is the 16th. Let me see if I can pop this back in. 15. Because there's just so much ephemera that I want to try to use. But honestly, in this tiny book, this is the 12th. Look how much stuff I have that I want to use. It's just not going to work. And I also have this Friday, Saturday that I was going to try to use. And let me get some ribbon out of the way. Okay. And this is the 13th. That was my daughter's actual concert. Okay. And the 12th. Let's see. I've got so much stuff. I have 3 paper clips attaching it. So I think this is part of the elf pranks. And now let me just I took a PTO day. Is this a Friday? Yep. Oh, that's the day the fugitive was captured finally. Yep. I just want to pop that in. I did a journal with me. 2 journal with me's. Okay. I went and did some shopping, of course. Now, yeah, this is part of the elf, which I wonder, let me go to the front of this book, come back, because I have all the elf stuff here. And let's see. Here it is. It's the day he just left some Grinch kisses on that day. I had to put you on pause. I was about to sneeze. And so the time it took me to put you on pause and attempt to sneeze, the sneeze went away. So how about that? I don't know. I may not use the Grinch kisses. They're so cute, though. The Grinch is my favorite character. Wait, let's see what else. I went and got some lab work done. This was some tape from the lab. It's kind of weird. Could make it into a bow. We'll see. What else do I have in this stash? Receipts. Lord, the receipts. Look at that one. It's pink. Dunkin' Donuts. Yep, I went to Dunkin'. Went to Ulta. What did I buy from Ulta? Let me see. Oh, I bought some hairspray that I was out of. I don't know that I need that. So that breaks it down, right? Let's look at my notes. Most of the majority of that stuff was just got a regular coffee. Receipts. What do I want from this Dunkin'? They're cute. Let's see. I'm just going to start cutting it out and see what I end up with. So, this was the actual cup, which is truly hard to keep up with. But for some reason, I felt the need to keep up with my Dunkin' cup. This month, I have done the most coffee out that I've ever done in my life between Dunkin' and Starbucks. Starbucks seasonal drinks. Dunkin' is my go-to for just a coffee when I just want coffee. But those seasonal drinks, I love peppermint mocha. So I did get a lot of peppermint mocha. It's kind of cute. I like the tree. Let's see. See what I end up with. It'd be a cute little tip-in, or not a tip-in, a little pocket there. Don't know that I need the sticker. I like the little people too. Oh, you know what they are? Those are the munchkins. How cute. I think I'm gonna go with, let's see, this. And I'm gonna just turn that off. Kind of looks like a coffee cup. I can put it up if I wanted to. Friday, Saturday. I don't really remember why I wanted that. Other than it looks like it was a busy weekend. This is why I say this was hard to keep up with. I couldn't get it off. All right, let's see what these munchkins will look like. They're really cute. I didn't get donuts though. Got a coffee. I'm gonna go with the munchkins. I liked their pink receipt. Oh, I know why I went to Dunkin', because I went and got blood work and then I had to fast. So, yeah, all right. I don't know if I'm going to use this. I am going to use the munchkins. I really like them. And it has a cute little coffee cup there. I wonder, it would take me forever. I think I have some coffee cup stickers, but it would probably take me forever to find them. Almost want to bring up that too. Oh, I know what I can make it go in from this way. No, I like it in the center. And I think I'm going to photocopy this so it doesn't fade. Whoops, I knocked you again. All right, well, I know I want this as a pocket. Let me get my glue. Turn this into a pocket. I tend to use a lot of ephemera. I buy a ton of stuff and then it's like, I'm just going to use the coffee cup I got today. So all the pretty Christmassy stuff I tend to not use. All right, now I've got that pocket. Now, I felt like this was a good idea at the time, and now I'm second guessing saving the, let's see what it looks like as a bow. I think I'm gonna pass on this. This is just too much. We'll see. Too much. Too much. It's going. It is going. I don't need that sticker. But I do want to save this. I don't necessarily want it to be front and center, but I want to document the day they finally found this kid. He was really on the run for a long time. All right, so let's look for a tag. Oops. That's cute. That one would work. I have made a ton of tags. This one will work too. I have this Grinch one. All right, so there's a dog barking outside. My dogs may start barking. We'll see how it goes. My glue must not have. Okay, that's a tight pocket. I don't know what happened. Now, well, I'm gonna put it on there and see what happens. I've got my glue book with Mod Podge still drying, so I'm just gonna grab another one. These I've been using all year. They are the guts from the Reader's Digest books. And let's just go there. Now I have to trim it. There and there. Oops. Okay. Now it's on the back. Oh, I guess I did a November journal with me and then this. Let's see, do I have another tag that I want to use that will fit? Those all, I'm looking off to my right. I have all these cards that I made. It's just not going to fit. I'm going to put this one on the front. Let's see if I can figure out how to put both. I could. And I'm going to. Why not? This one goes on first because I wanted to orient the other one. We'll go as high up as we can. And here. Down here. I still want to see the November. Okay. And I think I have to trim at the bottom. I do. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the Ulta bag, release it. But what do I want down here? Where's that fold? Right there. That is not going in so good. There. I might just make a bullet list right here of what I did. Where'd that red pen go? Right here. So PTO day, labs, and I had to fast, breakfast at Dunkin', shopping, and I also recorded. And I am going to release the Grinch. Actually, I'm going to save it just in case I could use it for another day, but I will not save that for next year. So let's just see, what are these receipts that I need? I like to keep up with Christmas stuff. Oh, I went to this thrift store. I didn't buy anything except for this. I haven't used it yet. It's a stamp. I spent a whole $1, and this store, the funny thing is now they have decided they're not going to accept pennies. So my ticket came to $1.07 for tax, and so they said we would round up and make it $1.05. And I did not have a nickel. I did not have a nickel. I had, I think I had it in pennies. Yes. So I didn't want to use my debit card for $1. So they ended up, the cashier was like, you know what, I have a nickel, because I'm standing there holding up the line trying to figure out how to pay them because they wouldn't take my pennies. So how about that? That's something new. Should probably try to document that. Let's see. How does this work? Oh, it's off the roller, I guess. Oh, no, there it goes. To, from, love. What does that say? Tells me on the back. Congrats. It doesn't want to roll now. Oh, there we go. Handmade. I guess that one says love. Those are just stars. This is the date. This says thanks. There's an arrow. That's cute. To do. Does that say to do? All right, I'm going to try to use this. I can't get this. There we go. I guess this is the little ink pad that it came with. Oh, I can't. Ooh, I couldn't. There we go. It says ink, please. What in the world? Let's see. This looks like it might be dried up. Let's see. It is very dried up. Oh. How about to do? This is dried up. I don't think I'll save that, but I will I have a penny? Would be cute to do a rubbing of a penny. I have a coin here, but it's not a penny. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And then try to figure out how to write about a penny. I'm going to write myself a note. Penny rubbing on 12/12. Very cute. Anybody else run into that where nobody wants to take pennies? All right, so I don't need that. Don't need that. I don't think there's any Christmas. Oh yeah, that is a Christmas present right there. Okay, let me set that aside. I bought a lot of craft supplies. And I want to keep this pink receipt. Just because it was cute. That pocket is so tight. There we go. All right. To do. Well, we're running on an hour. Almost an hour. I don't know that I will finish. There's another one of those. The 13th. Let's see. Forgot about this. I'm going to put it on there. Let me cut it off there. And then I will glue that on there just because. All right. I'm going to put it the other way around. Grinchmas. Why not? I saved it all this time, so it deserves a place in my journal. There we go. All right, the 13th. It's just polka dotted blue background. And we winterized our camper this day. The dogs got a bath, and it was my daughter's concert. So here's a good example of where I have to pick and choose the stories I want to tell. So this was their concert. I have a ton of pictures on this day. That actually looks like the same picture. So let's see. Maybe I'm going to trim that off because I don't even know who they're talking about. I just grabbed this from Facebook. It's a Facebook event. And how can I do the pictures? 1, 2. Look at. I actually printed that picture 3 times. Huh. Okay. So these are extras. I have 4 pictures from that day. Well, I'm thinking. Let's put one down there. All right, I'm going to cut them apart. I think. And this. Almost want. Oh, I knocked you. Almost want that like a bookmark or something. Why not? It could be a bookmark. And then this. Okay, bookmark. That's another Christmas review. Oh, right. What can I make a bookmark out of that's tall enough to hold those pictures? How about something like this? I save Christmas cards for stuff like this. Is this big enough? Oh, wait a minute. See, this is me not wanting to cover up the words, but I just need to get over that. I just need to get over it. Okay. Okay. They're going on here. And it's going to be a bookmark. And I'm going to get over the fact that I'm covering up the words. So, let's just do this. Because I'm going with the first thought I have. There's the first one. I wanted this one next. I'll have plenty of space on the back to journal. And then this one. I didn't trim off any of the border. All right. Okay. I like that. And so is this just going to hang out in here as a literal bookmark? In which case I better put the date on there. I'm going to break out some ink to do that. I keep knocking you. I apologize. Now this will take a minute. So we need December. It's 2025, and this was the 13th. One, and I always screw this up. So I'm going to see if that's right. Let's see. I'll do it over here to see if it's right. December 13th. Okay. So on the back of this bookmark, I'm going to put it bottom center. There we go. Now do I want to jazz up the bookmark or just, yeah, I'm going to jazz it up a little. Put that away. My granddaughter was excited to go and see. This is her first year in the school band. So she was so excited to see Aunt Chrissy play in her band. Now, on the back, I am going to put some lines. Let me get this photo down. Oh, I also have the, put it right there, because I have this. The actual event, screenshot from Facebook. I think we just rolled to an hour. There we go. So now on the back of this, I am going to, so this is just going to be a bookmark. It's just going to sit in here like that. And on the back, let me get this off out of the way. I am just going to make some lines like I normally do with these mild liners. Doesn't matter the color. I just want a couple of lines here and there, off kilter. I like them like that. I don't know, it doesn't look like it's showing up, but it's like a aqua green. There we go. Gives me something to keep my lettering straight. I am not a good hand lettering person. There we go. And they do keep a residue on that. Let me wipe that off. There we go. Love it. That's smudged a little bit, but it's okay. Grab the book back and see. I like this tag too. And then this goes right here. Perfect. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep working in my December journal. I'm going to take a break and maybe I'll turn the camera back on in a little bit. I'm also going to try to remember to get this penny and do a rubbing. So, all right. I will see you next time. I hope you are in your craft rooms or doing something fun, and wishing you the best season towards the end of 2025 and the best 2026 we can possibly imagine. So I will see you next time. Bye-bye.